I just saw Lenny Kravitz live. I came for this. But not for this. It's a 2025 version of Lenny Kravitz Any Good, and why isn't he still my Hendrix 2.0? Back in the early 90s, Lenny Kravitz was my guy. Songs like Mr. Cab Driver, Are You Gonna Go My Way, and Always on the Run were my classic rock made in modern days. His music fitted right into what I was listening to at the time, which was Led Zeppelin and Cream, and I always felt that Lenny gave me those raw, retro Jimi Hendrix vibes, and I really, really loved it. But for some reason, I stopped following his career, and even weirder, I never went back to listen to his old albums, which I still do with guys like Jimi Hendrix. So I went to this show, not just to see him perform, but also to figure out, why isn't he my Jimi Hendrix 2.0 anymore? The venue was at the O2 Arena. It was packed with over 15,000 people, probably sold out. The sound there can be a bit of a hit or miss, so I was hoping for the best. Lenny kicks things off with a song called Bring It Down. Sound is great, so there's no worries there. The lights and the show setup was really cool. It's stripped down, retro, so I got this 90s vibe, but that was to change later on. The whole band grooves like fuck. They all bring some specific flair into this performance. I mean, obviously Lenny is the centerpiece here. He's on guitar, he's on piano, he's on the bass. And there was not one moment where I felt that his singing or vocal capabilities was off. And in between songs, he would strut around the stage, toss out 2-3 words to the crowd, then pose with his shades, and the ladies, they fucking lost it. He's sexy and he knows it, or he's like me, got midlife crisis. But then I started seeing why me and Lenny parted ways. He had songs like TK421 and Honey that are all electronic, funky and soulful. During those songs, I was thinking, now might be the time to go to the toilet. The stage setup and lights were really, really cool. They kept it stripped down when they were doing the raw rock songs with, just bass, drums and guitar. But then when they shifted to the more kind of electronic and funky stuff, then they lighted it up and you could see the backing vocals, you could see the horn section. And actually this light setup was one of the coolest that I've ever seen. It really drove the vibe of the whole show. The setlist is 18 songs, about 90 minutes, and there are just 3 songs of the new album that is actually the tour is about that album. So I would say I actually enjoyed about 15 to 16 songs out of those 18, and that was a surprise to me. But my goosebump moments was that insane guitar solo from the song Believe. Tonight was actually better than I thought it would be, and that encore Let Love Rule was an absolute killer. So I'm gonna score this concert 10.5 out of 10. I had fun, but I could also see some signs of where we drifted apart. I saw my old Hendrix 2.0 there, but I also saw a new Lenny that is not my cup of tea. As I said before, I was all in on Lenny in the old days. Albums like Let Love Rule, Mama Said, Are You Gonna Go My Way, all legendary. This was my classic rock fix back then. But then Circus hit in 95, and maybe Lenny was actually trying to tell me something there in the first song. Rock and roll is dead. I drifted after that. There was a track here and there that I really, really liked, but nothing really stuck with me. And here's why I think that happened. First off, he lost that raw edge that I really liked. Early Lenny was super raw. You felt that his music was actually 30 years old when it came out. You could kind of hear that tape hiss and feedback in the mix, but from the album 5 and onwards, I felt that he went really kind of clean and radio friendly. And I've seen some critics on X and other platforms say that he's a sanitized version of his 90s stuff. And actually some of the songs tonight felt a little bit too polished. He swapped out his analog soul for electronic beats. Lenny has said himself that his music evolves naturally, and his last album, Blue Electric Light, it leans into electric funk or something like that, and that's just not my vibe. Hendrix stuck to the amps, Lenny went digital. His theme shifted in ways that I didn't follow. Baptism was a spiritual album, then Black and White America was kind of social political album. And I get why he wanted to do that, but I just didn't want that. I wanted that old school rock and roll. The rebel that I fell in love with has changed. Back in the 90s, Lenny was all leather and attitude. He refused label deals to keep his music the way that he wanted it to be. Tonight he's still cool, he's strutting around, I mean he looks great, but he's kind of Hollywood cool. Hendrix died raw, but Lenny went on to become that super big, polished star. I respect his evolution, and the fact that over 15,000 people show up to see his show proves that it actually worked, but I'm just not digging that modern Lenny music. But the weird thing is that I don't go back and listen to his old stuff. I still spin Jimi Hendrix, Led Zeppelin and the Beatles, still to this day, but I don't go back to Lenny Kravitz. But I think that's because those artists were the finished product when I found them. They were either dead or they had stopped or whatever, so there was nowhere to go. They couldn't evolve and alienate me. So I guess Lenny was just a temporary Hendrix 2.0 for me. But I'm gonna let love rule, I'm gonna hunt down those old albums on vinyl and start spinning them again. They deserve much more love from me. And on this journey around this concert, I actually found out that his 2008 album, It's Time for a Love Revolution, is a kick-ass rock and roll album with that retro vibe that I fell for. So maybe it ain't over till it's over between me and Lenny. So what do you think? Are you into his new stuff or you want the old vibe like me? Have you seen him live recently? Tell me in the comments below. And if you like videos like this, now might be the perfect time to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss the next video. And talking about retro rock, I just made a video about 5 album openers from the years 60 to 70 that were to change metal and rock forever. See you over there.